start killing me. And he keeps talking about everything that he likes, and I can't stop listening. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time, all the time. And my heart's beating fast when he's looking like that. Oh, his smile is killing me. It's the way that he moves and the way that he laughs, so I can't get enough. I'm thinking about him all the time. I can't get him off my mind. Oh, I want him to be mine, to be mine. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. You know I want him now, 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 now. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it starts, when it starts. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter if you want, if you want. Yeah, I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want. Oh, the way that I feel, yeah, I know that it's real, 'cause I can get him out of my head. I don't care what we do, everything's feeling new. Even if we stay in bed, my heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. You know I want him now, 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 now. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it starts, when it starts. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter if you want, if you want. Yeah, I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want. Yeah, I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. I wanna now, 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 now. Yeah, 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 yeah. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it starts, when it starts. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter if you want, if you want. Yeah, I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want. Yeah, I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want.
Hey, so I'm here. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Rachel, and I am getting some food ready for just for us to eat on and be lazy and watch football or TV or whatever we want to do. So this time of year it is football season, and that means fall, and that means all the fun stuff that comes along with fall, like, you know, being lazy, snuggling up for the day, and all that good stuff. So I thought I would make some quick and easy and affordable appetizers for my gang to have while we have a lazy Sunday. So on Sundays we do our laundry, we get ready for the week ahead and all that good stuff, like I'm sure everybody else does. So I wanted to make some of the little smokies or little barbecue weenie things, but I didn't want to spend the money to buy as many as it would take to feed my guys. They are kind of big eaters, and with things like that they like to have a lot of them. So instead I bought some little smokies, and I'm cutting them in half, and then I'm just going to add barbecue sauce to them and cook them up. So I know sometimes people do the grape jelly and the chili sauce, and those are delicious too, but I didn't have that on hand and forgot to buy it, so we're just doing barbecue sauce and smokies. So this was my version, and all I did was put them in a pan, put the sauce all over the top, and mix them up, and then just cook them on low until they were nice and sticky and just how you want your little weenies to be. I have yet to find a version that tastes just like the little smokies, but these were good just the same. Next, I'm making some pizza rolls, and to do that, I just cut some string cheese in half and rolled 2 pepperoni up inside a crescent roll, and I just kind of tucked the corners in a little and then just rolled them around in a dish with some grated Parmesan cheese until it was just nice and stuck to the dough. Then I put it on my baking sheet, and I just continued to do that with all of the crescent rolls until they were used up. I did use 2 packages of crescents, so we had a total of 16 pizza rolls. And I cooked these pizza rolls in our air fryer, and I just kept an eye on them and made sure that I got them out when they were golden brown. I believe it took about 15 minutes. And I did have my air fryer turned up to 400 because that's what I had it on last time I used it, and I forgot to check the temperature. So anyway, they turned out fine on that temperature. When I smelled them, I was like, oh no, let me get them out of there. I totally forgot about them. So we almost lost them, but it all turned out well. Now, is there anything I would do different when making these? Yes, I would use different cheese. Or maybe cut it into smaller pieces. I'm not sure what happened there, but they were really good when they came out of the oven and they were piping hot and all melty and ooey gooey. But then we found that as they sat and they cooled down, they kind of just turned right back into string cheese. So definitely we'll try some different versions of cheese if we make them again. And here I'm just arranging these pizza rolls on my little baking sheet. I put some parchment paper underneath just to make cleanup easier. I'm all about having less dishes to wash and taking the easy way with everything as far as it goes in the kitchen. And so I did kind of crowd them, but they were fine. You just want to give them some room to cook. Next, I just whipped up this really simple spread to go on crackers with salami or pepperoni. So basically I'm just using this creamy horseradish sauce, did I say that right? Horseradish sauce. There we go. So about a tablespoon of that. And at first I thought I would just use a half of a brick of cream cheese. I let this cream cheese sit out and soften, but man, I hate doing anything with cream cheese. I really do. I don't know why. But anyhow, then I was like, no, Rachel, stick to the recipe. And it called for a whole brick of cream cheese and about a tablespoon of the horseradish sauce. So my little spin on this was to add some of these real bacon pieces. And this really was a good little spread or dip or whatever you call it. It had that little something that the horseradish gave to it, and then the bacon flavor. And you know, bacon and cream cheese just always make a nice combination. So anyway, I just mixed that in thoroughly, and we are not fancy people, so just left it right in the same bowl that I mixed it all up in. And we had this with crackers and salami and pepperoni, and it was just really nice dip. And I think I mentioned before that we're not fancy, right? Anyway, so I just have this large size bowl on my tray, and I'm putting these barbecue weenies into the bowl. I have my little bowl of dip, and then I decided that I would just add the horseradish on there just in case anybody wanted to add a little something to whatever they're eating. And then I just kind of nestled these pizza rolls in around this side. My boys said, oh, this is so cool. I mean, I guess I don't really serve up food like this. We are kind of like a dive into the pots while they're still on the stove, you know. I don't ever spend the time doing anything as far as the visual appearance of food goes. Anyway, so I said we're not fancy, but I guess this is fancy for us. So I just put the sliced pepperoni in next, and just kind of broke it up a little bit and figured I wasn't going to put that much effort into it. They can break up their own salami, right? Right. And then I had some pepperonis left over from those pizza rolls, so I put those on the tray too, and just put some Ritz crackers on the tray. And so we ended up putting this tray of food in the living room on a TV tray, and we were able to just pick and snack while we were watching the game and watching TV, Walking Dead to be exact. And that was lunch dinner. But to go along with it, I decided that I would go ahead and make the clam chowder that I had planned on making, because I knew they would be hungry later. And it's always nice when, to do a self-serve type of meal. Soup comes in very handy. So like I said, this was also laundry day, and I was very tired, so I was being lazy, laying around in my recliner, so I was worn out from the weekend, and my sunburn was really hurting on this day. So I boiled up some potatoes, about 5 or 6 of those, and I threw in some garlic powder and some salt into the water while they were boiling. And next I added a can of cream style corn. I did drain some of that water off so that there was just a little to make a broth, and I had also cooked a cup of onions and a cup of frozen carrots. And so once I got all of that mixed in, I added in 2 cans of baby clams. Okay, so I've never made clam chowder, and I really don't ever eat it. I'm not really adventurous with seafood. I do like seafood, but not a lot. Like I'm a crab legs kind of girl, and fish. But other than that, I don't venture out too far with it. So I am adding more garlic powder, giving it all a stir. And this did end up being a use what you have on hand type of thing, and I did not have any type of cream at this time. The only thing I had was milk, so we're going with that. And I'm adding some Old Bay seasoning, a lot of black pepper, because I like my pepper. And let me see, did I miss anything? I think that's it. So then I'm just putting some milk in to give it the color that I want it to have. And you gotta have some kind of milk or cream in your clam chowder, right? Well, I mean, I guess you don't, but that's what I was going for. And so because it looks so watery and runny and thin, I added some potato flakes to it to kind of thicken it up. This is just a little trick that you can use if you want to when you're making soups. Sometimes I do, a lot of times I don't. Sometimes I'll just mash up some of the potatoes that are in the soup, which I kind of wish I had done that, because I'm not sure why, but the potatoes, they were fine and everything, but maybe I just didn't cook them long enough to get them to break down and get that nice starchiness that you want sometimes in a potato-based soup. But anyway, the mashed potatoes helped a lot, and it helped it thicken up and gave it a good flavor without turning into like a big pan of flour and water. And that was literally, yeah, my tongue, something going on. Anyway, that was literally all there was to this easy clam chowder. And I'm really surprised at myself because I like this a lot. I actually ate 2 bowls of it. Here's Bill giving it a taste because I'm like, hey, taste this. Let me know how these seasonings worked out, because I wasn't thinking that I liked clam chowder and I didn't want to taste my own soup. So anyway, I did get brave and I tried it and I loved it. It was really good. And I will be making it again. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I had a lot of fun making this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it too. Bye for now.
I got this boy on my mind that I can't live without. Oh, his eyes are killing me. And he keeps talking about everything that he likes, and I can't stop listening. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about